live, another brand new show. I'm sure you're probably wondering how it comes around a new platform, but or yourself, man. This is a way clearer and way more better than the previous one. Well, tonight we have Bones once again, otherwise known as Sherwin, because our Bones everybody knows as.
Yeah.
Then we have Demo, and we'll be talking some international football, some Jamaican football, because we saw some action yesterday that has left a lot of people in a limbo, wondering whether Tapa is the man for the job or not. So
Mm.
we'll delve into that issue, and I think Jason will be here, but he'll be a little bit late. So just bear with us for the time being. So hear what is going on. We're going to start directly with the Jamaica match.
It's a Crystal. I say, Crystal, go on with me.
So we saw Saudi Arabia beating Jamaica by 3 goals to nil. How did you see that match, Dimo? Because I know that you watched it.
Yeah, so all right, so I watched the game. I was struggling to find it first of all. But I found it on YouTube. So I didn't have um English commentary. So my unbiased in terms of what the commentator them must say because it was just all Arab talking. So I watch the thing just to see it from my own eyes. I don't know what the commentators are saying. So I thought the lineup, I'm not sure. I think they say Leon Bailey come back late and stuff. So it wasn't the strongest lineup per se Jamaica went out with. And with that said, I'm not gonna be too harsh because they didn't start with the strongest lineup for whatever reason it was. As you can see from my hashtag or my brackets, JA Rusty
All
and
right. Hold on a second, Dimo. For people that might be wondering who started the match at Jamaica, let me just run through the starting 11
yeah,
for
yeah.
them. So Jamaica played a 4-1-4-1 formation. They had Dwayne Miller in goal, Kemal Lawrence, Damian Lowe, Kevin Lambert, Greg Lee making his debut, Daniel Johnson also making his debut, Norman Campbell, Lamar Walker, Joshan Anglin, Kaim Paris, and Kemal Malcolm. Pick up on a point, Demo.
Yeah, so as you mentioned the team, and we're without our captain Andre Blake, because he suffered an injury. So Malaga two knocked them, and the game started off pretty decent, but then um Low easily should have cleared the ball. He's dribbling out like prime Messi, beat two man, trying to spin through another one and lose the ball, and then a foul was committed and they get the free kick. Taxi Lawrence decides to jump into the free kick with him hand out. And that referee too, by the way, he was garbage in the game for the whole time. But he might give some decisions against Jamaica. I mean, like, where that brother they come from? Because him look like he's Saudi. Because he was giving some horrible decisions and some horrible fouls for no reason. And then the penalty was given, big save from the keeper, and then nobody followed up to block the rebound and they got the goal. That was messy. And I thought it couldn't get any worse because we start off so bad. But then Taxi Lawrence again. I what kind of back pass was that? And then he might look on Low like say must tell Low, say come cross and come collect the ball. No? Like play the ball to the man regular and they latched onto the back pass and they score. After that, you know, the second half was totally different when the big guns came on. My positive was Ravel Morrison. He was brilliant when he came on. The man and knock it, man. He just oozes class in that game, man. And even though they scored again, we look really good in the second half. So you can imagine when the starters them come in and everybody start gel together, I expect it to be a lot better. So Saudi deserve them victory. Jamaica never play nothing and it can be down to not playing for a long while.
So, Bones, what is your assessment of the match?
Why? Oh my God. It was poor. It was overall poor. It is not the direction that we want to see our football going, especially when we have qualifiers coming up shortly. Um, extremely poor. 3 shots, 0 on target. Um, while Saudi Arabia have like 11 shots and 6 on target. It was very poor, very, very, very poor performance. I will continue to hold my point that I've been holding for the last 7 years. That that um, Theodore Whitmore is not the coach to take us to any World Cup. And for the last 7 years, I've been saying that, and we still are going to hold my point.
What did Theodore do wrong?
2014, let me continue. Thank you. Let me 2014, 2014 qualifiers, he came in at the halfway point, right? We gave him a chance. All right, at the halfway point, things wasn't going that well with the team, So if you qualify us, bonus. If you don't, then we forgive you. He got another chance for the 2018 qualifiers and just totally blew it. With what I deem was one of Jamaica's best teams since the 1918, right? The 2017 champion for the 2018 World Cup. That was one of Jamaica's best team, and I still see that team as probably a little bit stronger than the team that we have now, right? And he absolutely shattered it that time. I still can't see us qualifying over. I still can't see how we're going to qualify over US, Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama, even Canada, right? Haiti has always been improving as well. That's 6 teams that we are competing with.
Which one of them team they light up the world right now? USA in a transition, Mexico in a transition, and them other team beatable.
Those are 6 teams that Jamaica is currently competing with for 4 spots.
Yeah, and I'm saying 2 of those big teams are in transition. USA with a lot of young players coming through. Mexico now light up the world.
USA in transition and Mexico in transition will still be Jamaica comfortable who is not in transition.
But hold on though, stick up in. Although we know that Costa Rica is a team that naturally goes into the leagues for players, right? Costa Rica haven't been playing any football at all in a brother. They have looked woeful.
Exactly.
And I heard you make mention of 80. Bro, come on. 80 in comparison to Jamaica? No, fam. Don't do that. Disrespect that.
Yeah, sure. You just narrate the coach and that's it. Tapper the same Tapper beat up US. Go Azteca go beat Mexico. No, used to Rene Simoes go do that?
3 years ago, when we were qualifying for World Cup 2018, we would have probably agreed that probably Haiti, we could have probably got past Haiti and Panama, right? Did we? Did we do that?
3 years ago?
Yeah, for the 2018 qualifiers.
So hold on, you're saying that team at the time is currently better than this team?
I average them a little bit higher than the current team that we have.
You're joking, man. This team has way more quality than that team before.
No.
What do you mean no?
Way more quality.
No.
The facts that we have Leon Bailey now in his prime, that alone take you over the top from where we have last
proven player in Bobby Reed, scoring goals in Premier League. We have a man like that playing as striker. We have Shamar Nicholson over in Belgium, lighting up the Belgian league.
No.
Come on, fam.
Still the team 3 years ago was better than this team. I average them better than this team. Listen, brother. Listen.
Exactly. The man is right. Overly critical.
Listen, for 7 years, we have sat and watched Tapper coach a team without any clear vision whatsoever of how he wants to play football, of the recruitments that he gets into the team, right? To build around. Zine, for 7 years we've been sitting and watched that. We paid the price in the last campaign, and we're going to pay the price again. Whether it is
all right, hold on a second. You keep on running along with that narrative, right? But I think Demo highlighted it earlier on. The record is there. You can go and check it. That Tapper Whitmore track record is better than that of Rene Simons, who a lot of Jamaicans glorifying.
Yeah, but
His win ratio is way better than, well, I wouldn't say way, but his win ratio is better than that of Rene Simons.
Kappa,
So why are you being this critical of the man? And then again, hold on a second, man. Hold on, let me make some things clear right here. In the previous campaign, right? A lot of us fans says that the reason why we fail is because we started the campaign with a set amount of players, right?
Mhm.
And then right throughout the campaign, we chop and change players. We brought in this influx of English-based players.
Yeah.
If you look at the current team this time around, you notice that there's a balance between English-based players, local players, and those that are playing in the MLS, in which a lot of people might consider them being as local-based same way. So, what are you getting at?
if a man go come tell me say Tapas stats better than Rene Simors, you better tell me saying win ratio. You don't tell me nothing else.
Yeah, because you're going to bring up World Cup qualification.
Okay, so you not tell me nothing else.
But
So
obviously, a win ratio do that.
all right, let me straighten up my point so Jason get at that. Let me straighten up my point.
Yeah,
so
because you think you come here for pretty low.
Because we don't know Jason point yet, but so far are 2 against 1. See? All right, but listen, mark it to the day, the 15th of November 2020. Jamaica will not qualify for the 2022 World Cup with Tapa a coach the team.
Because you say so.
That's how me done my point.
Just because you say so.
No, because of the way he has been operating for the last 7 years.
Winning games.
So how is it? What me not understand is how is it that a man will get 1.5 times to qualify the team for World Cup? All right, we take out the half a time. We take out that. Zin, we put in the 2016 qualifiers. How is it that a man will get a full slate for help to qualify the team? How is it that you believe in him now to get we over the line for 2022 World Cup?
Because this man has taken us to 2 World Cup finals, brother.
No.
When you mean the beating Mexico, beating USA, where people struggle. You think beating Mexico in the Azteca easy for do?
Brother, we are talking about a World Cup. We are talking about him couldn't get me to the last World Cup where US themselves couldn't reach to. Even with US being out, we still couldn't get him. That's what we are talking about.
I just highlighted the point, bro. It's like you're not listening. You're stuck on your point that much that you're not actually listening to what I just said. There was an influx of English-based players after you had a core of players that was doing well for you.
So who's
you brought in someone that you
Who's
everybody that was involved. You can't just blame the coach alone. It's everybody in the circle because if JF president, brother man, if JF president come out and say, yo, we need this person or that person to come into the system.
No.
What the coach are gonna tell you? No, we don't want a man there.
No. The coach supposed to have one of the biggest says as it relates to should I change my squad for the next half of the qualifiers? Yes or no? That a coach thing.
And if me and the president decide you now work along with what me say, what think me
No. That cannot be a man in a jacket and tie sit down in an office kind of business. That kind of job.
All right, remember you with Jason for a second.
Jason, Jason, what do you take on
it? Good night, everyone. Apologies for the late start. For me personally, I've never been Whitmore's biggest fan, but I wouldn't put yesterday's result on him. I think there were a lot of different factors to take into play. Between the effects of the pandemic, Levan touched on it earlier, the chopping and the changing. I don't know if there's any other country in world football that when it comes to internationals, a series of internationals will always seem to be having a lot of extremes of different player pools available. Coming like every day you see, or every week, I wouldn't exaggerate every day. Every week you would have say some sort of news about the latest player who apparently have Jamaican grandparents and and get them through and everything. So for me, yeah, I think there was a lack of cohesion, and it showed. If a big up Problem Child and his performance. He
Who them
actually
call
came.
Problem Child?
Ravel
Ravel.
Morrison.
You think everybody know that nickname, the boss?
Everybody from where we know the history almost know him, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
All right, one question though. One question, Jason. Did
Yeah.
you saw Greg Lay? What do you make of him?
Who?
Greg Lay, the defender man that played right back.
Oh, um, I mean, he's not a bad player. For me personally, I would hope that they would try to utilize the Jamaican roots and try to get Laird from United. Apparently he is eligible to come and play. Cause Maitland Niles look out of it. So might as well the way of the right back pool for England stay right now. I do not see Laird getting any game anytime soon. So I think that is an
Hold on a
opportunity.
second. Why are you writing off Alpha Spoil?
They?
Why
Alva.
are you writing off
No,
Alpha Spoil?
me not write him off, you know. I am not writing him off. I just think that, you know, with any aspiring side that wants to make a mark on world football. I mean, we speak about this every day with our Premier League teams, that we need to have one like two quality players for every position. So if Jamaica can get to that point, because me personally, I think that this is one of Jamaica's best opportunities in terms of the qualifying campaign to
Don't say that
actually
too loud. Don't say that too load. Bones,
sorry,
they can't qualify.
to actually make the World Cup, because Demo made a point earlier, and I agree with it, that a lot of the teams within the region are going through a real transition period. If you look at Mexico, a lot of their stars are aging 29 and over. I really think US might be really and truly, I mean, US will always carry that threat, and with a lot of their core players in and around Europe, between McKennie, Adams, Pulisic, etc. You know they were always, and then you know you have Bayern left back Davies with Canada. So you see the talent, but I think that, you know, Jamaica
Also,
can really do their
don't
best.
leave out Jonathan David with that Lil.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, overall, this is one of Jamaica's best opportunities. I think the second game against Saudi Arabia will be a lot more competitive than the first one.
Exactly. Me too.
So
Agree.
let us watch where I go on. That's it for me.
Yo, it's not
All
about
right, with that,
it's not about Saudi Arabia. You know. Me I go to Saudi Arabia team. I don't know a soul on the team.
No matter Saudi Arabia
It's
don't lose at
it's
home
about
since
when you turn up
2018.
when you turn up
hold on a second, one at a time. We're kind
when
of having a feedback.
when you turn up against a team like Saudi Arabia, you're giving the players a chance to play and express themselves, test out systems, test out players in different positions. Just like where you see Southgate do, and where France coach do, and where Germany coach do. That's how we are use then type of game they fi do. You understand what I say? So Saudi Arabia, yes, me believe so if we beat Saudi Arabia with Tapamore as the coach or not. Me believe so if we beat Saudi Arabia, right? So it's not about that. It's about are we is for me, it's about is Tapa going to get this team ready in time, playing a certain type of football that will get us qualified for the World Cup.
And that is your issue, the
That
type of
is
football
what
we are playing. That's the issue.
listen, let me make somebody point this out to me today, right? Somebody point this out to me today. Every world coach is in get probably a 3-year or 4-year contract. And after that, then cut. After World Cup is either then cut or they renew their contract based off of that. Theodore Whitmore has not done enough for World Cup qualifiers to grant him another state, another stint of
Who has done better? Who has done better?
another World
All
Cup
right, Bones,
champion.
hold on a second, hold on. All right,
That
get rid of Tapa Whitmore.
what you
Who is
say?
the coach?
That my point.
Answer my question. Get rid of Tapa Whitmore, who is going to be the coach.
There are several coaches in Jamaica that me believe, right? Listen, we are talking about, let me show nothing. Listen, we are talking
Yo,
about
why your
coaching.
blood pressure bad?
No, we are talking, me show on our point. We are talking about a coach, we could have hardly get St. James High out of their group in a Dakasta Cup, That are the coach we are
Come
talking
on, brother. How can I low blow that you're going back down to them stage, brother? Oh, that.
That me I talk about. You understand what me I
How is
said?
that relevant?
What you mean how irrelevant?
It's the same coach who took us to 2 Gold Cup finals. Where you
It relevant because we are talking of the same coach. How we believe in this man so much for 6 years or 7 years? Why we believe in him so much?
because of his,
brother, almost a decade now we are believing in this man.
because of his
win,
because of his win
come
rate
on. Come on.
and taking us to 2 Gold Cup finals, beating Mexico, beating the big bad United States of America that a lot of other Jamaican coaches didn't do. Tell me a better coach than Tapa right now.
Also when now won the league without a defeat in 2000. Did he win the league again? No. Now can't tell me about how he got Gold Cup final or he got this or he got that. Me no want to hear about that.
So what you tell me about St. James for?
Me want to hear about
what you tell me about St. James for them?
To the day, Theodore Tapa Whitmore is not the coach to take us to the 2022 World Cup. All right? That are my assessment.
All right. See, hold on. Remember that this is recorded in a boss man. So you see, if the man do that, you personally are gonna take 1 year ban from all sporting activity. Deal?
For a man who say Everton going to finish in the top 4, I expect it.
Listen. What me at all is not only my view. I'm sure several other persons would agree with me with what me I said.
He also said Arsenal was going to beat Manchester United. Just pointing that. You know, have a good track record in the bars. Me just say.
But we did beat
no, man.
We did beat Manchester United.
Who did beat Aston Villa?
We never said that. You're too lie.
You never
did say. Lie.
All right, let's move on. Let's not waste any more time on this. All right, so for those who don't know, Dimo is a Spanish national. Probably soon be suited up for the Spain team.
Boy,
the man himself up top with all the ranting. He's a Frenchman. And the man in the lower corner is a Brazilian. And for disclaimers, let them know that I'm the only German right here.
Yes, sir.
But with that being said, yesterday was a match that a lot of people build that would have been an entertaining match. A match of the Manchester United midfielders, Bruno Fernandes against Paul Pogba. A match that a lot expected to see Cristiano versus Mbappe. Mbappe, however, didn't start that match. Bones, you being a French fan, break it down quick as possible.
Finally, my baller start. Finally, my baller get a game. Finally. After calling for Mr. Coleman for weeks, on top of weeks, me finally get a look in on him. Me never did expect much from the game based on how the last game did go, and based on the fact that of the 6 games played, a 6-game play, right? Yeah. After
yesterday?
I think that was the 6th game of the group yesterday. Before yesterday, Portugal only had 1 goal against them in the entire group, right? Someone did kind of know say the game I got KG, probably a KG 1-0. Maybe did that if
it was the 5th game in the group though.
Yeah, 5th. All right. So yeah. Me did that if but about if Ronaldo would have find a winner and actually qualify Portugal. But then the coach put out a team where really held their own. He surprised a lot, but it looked like him probably for me right now. it looked like him probably a go through a process where he must try to select a team and a certain playing style for Euros next year. I must say thanks to the Chelsea supporters for for Mr. Kante. Bless in the hearts, man. Bless in the hearts. Bless in the hearts, Kante goal kind of show you what you want from a midfielder. That midfielder that can run box to box, can follow through. Because it was a shot, keeper didn't handle it well. He just followed through as the holding midfielder. Bam. In the back of the net, qualify us for the semi-finals.
What do you mean, bum? The ball just bounce off of the man tie and go in there good. You act like him plant him put in a ball at school.
No, man. When he hit the back of the net, you hear.
Oh, yeah, bum.
Where's in the whole onion bag?
Right. So it was a very, very good performance by the world champions. Very good performance by the world champions. If you want to qualify for a semi-final, these are the games that you really want to win. To qualify.
All right. With that being said, now move over to Jason. Now, Jason, we saw a player that you believe in a lot, missing quite a few chances yesterday. Martial was subpar yesterday, and it begs a lot to wonder what's wrong with him. Quick and fast.
I don't know what going with Martial this season, but I've repeatedly said it that he need to get him act together quick in terms of, not really much Manchester United, considering our options with Cavani and so on. But with France, you don't get a lot of chances to impress in that team. With the quality that they have all around the pitch. Say once Mbappe is fit, Mbappe walks into that team. So that is one.
Hold on a second. Let me put it exactly how they quoted it. They said that Martial failed audition with Mbappe out.
Yes, I agree. I agree totally. I think that with Mbappe out, this was the perfect game against high quality opposition to prove exactly what he can do. A Euros want to play for, a Euros France want winning. So at the end of the day, I'm friendly. So this is not, you can't use name for say you go there in his side and whatever a performance is do it. So you need to get him act together quickly because he could have had a hat trick yesterday.
Exactly.
Yeah, easily.
Like, all right, next up.
May I say like in a give the coach the type of headache there where the coach are gonna really sit down and go home and think about. But I wonder if me start him. Clearly it's a no right now for the coach. You get what me I say? Big X side of him. You know when I used to get wrong bang at school and the teacher get sit and dry line them long.
At this point, Giroud over him too.
Yeah, man, Giroud over him every day.
Yeah, but all right, Marshall deserves some stick is that remember that this coach initially didn't believe in him either, you know. I remember that he was playing and he was actually playing well and he didn't get called up, including for the World Cup. So I'm saying, you not get the run, bro. Why don't you take the opportunity and just put it into your head that you're what, boss man, man, droppable. He's not doing that. All right, but we'll move on from that. We saw Switzerland taking on Spain, and I know Dimo is going to be upset about this.
Listen,
Sergio Ramos missing 2 penalties in the same game.
Like that. Listen, like that. That's the only. Like I say, for me, whatever Spain gives, I'm just gonna take it at this point because this is a real transition. I cannot think of a more dramatic fall off from Spain with David Villa and all of these guys, Torres, to this crap right now. The quality just seems. I don't know what we do. I don't see identity. I'm just not understand what happened. Like it just not click with me. And
alright, hold on a second. I'm glad I touched on that because alright, you remember that Luis Enrique had taken a break from the team, right?
Yeah.
And the name slipped me right now. The guy that took over from him. I don't quite remember the name right now.
Lopetegui.
No man. Remember that a coach had came in initially, remember that
the Real Madrid man.
No, him assistant.
The assistant they take over from him for a while. I think Luis Enrique had some family issues or something. I don't quite remember.
I remember him.
All right, but before that had happened, Spain was playing some attractive football. They were actually beating sides left, right, and center. That coach kind of continued it. However, since Luis Enrique has come back into the fold, the team has moved from right here to right here in terms of performance level. And what I've also seen going on is that, yeah, I agree that most of the top teams right now, well, almost every team you can say is in a transitional phase right now. They're chopping and changing to see what their best side is. But for such a massive fall off in such a short space of time, as a Spanish fan, I'd be really concerned.
I am overly brother. When you have Bellerin can come back in the Spanish side, it says a lot. I'm just cannot. The quality has just fallen off so much, boss. Where you Jesus Navas play right back and Jesus Navas are like 55 now. Let me understand what is happening with this game. You know what I mean? And so the game yesterday, I was just watching with like no expectations. And when Sergio Ramos stepped up for the penalty, he hasn't missed. I think he didn't miss a penalty.
Hasn't missed for Spain or hasn't missed a penalty since 2018.
Yes, and in man, they just look calm, see me and everything fine. He missed. Then we get the other one, and it's like Ramos. That penalty was worse than Lookman's penalty, boss, for Fulham. I don't know what the man do, brother. Like something wrong with the man, man.
But Dimo, Enrique said it still, you know. Enrique said that if Spain got a third and even a fourth penalty, Ramos would still take it.
I am sure he would. Because I mean, he doesn't shy from that kind of stuff, and he's a leader, and you always have that. He's not gonna be shy. But it wasn't a good performance from us. I think Switzerland actually deserved to win the game, but we take it and move.
Well, yesterday I also saw my team taking on Ukraine. Ukraine took a lead that a lot of haters would probably say, yes, beat them now, Ukraine, because Germany did enough.
Yeah.
But then we saw, yes, I forgot to mention you again. The same man that Jason expect, Anthony Martial, to outscore this season, stepped up to the plate and scored a double. The team were in a show, but it was that goal by Leroy Sané that had me like love how the team look this time around. And what I've realized is that Lowe seems to like he might have a set amount of players in mind, but he still keep on chop and change. And sometimes you have to wonder why a man like Rudiger is starting for Germany. I have better central defenders than him out there. Make you think a lot sometimes, but however, it was a decent performance from the side. And as I said, Timo Werner looking at the player, we all expect him to look. Score his 15th side, 15th goal for the season overall.
Me realize from me make that bet
overall
there.
for Germany. So yeah, I like how the team is looking.
Me realize from me make that bet there and make that prediction. The team of Werner just catch one piece of farm. But I mean, Germany still look like them having problems defensively because I think Zinchenko hit the post for Ukraine, and Ukraine still had chances to score. But I think overall, because Germany took like 20 shots in the match.
Yeah,
Germany 20 shots overall.
They were.
Somebody just said the same thing where you say a while ago, Jason.
So Germany
yeah,
a better backline.
Actually, I said it.
Yeah.
I think he's a German fan, but the thing is that, as I just mentioned, the man keep on chop and change the backline, and that can never be good.
So hold on, stick up in Tuesday. Germany versus Spain Tuesday.
Spain did.
Let me show it. Let me see.
Probably not. Probably not.
Huh?
Probably it will be a draw.
Spain can't beat Germany right now, boss.
No, but that's what I'm getting. I remember that we played recently to How did that match end? A draw in September. Remember, it ended 1-1.
Yeah, but man, we can't beat them.
Yeah, but the thing is that I'm also saying that I don't expect us to really beat them because we're up and down likewise. The man keep on changing backline, brother. Because I tell you, all right, the man has the players, but the man not using the right players. I saw him call up this youth. think his name is Odokai.
Mm.
He's been one of the most impressive German centre back this season. He plays for Augsburg.
Mm.
I'm saying, all right, you're calling up these players, brother. Yes, they are experimenting. Why not give them a chance? They keep on sticking to the same old players, Gundogan and all these players, and what? Down the line, brother, you might not use them.
Mm.
So what the sense in keep on calling up the players and not actually giving them minutes?
Yeah.
The only thing that I see keep on changing most of the time is just the back line, and that's it. And to be honest, as I just said, my Germany coach Rudiger can't see my side.
I think really and truly there's this general pressure following Joachim Low still, especially considering Germany's failure, in my estimation, in the last Nations League campaign. And with all this pressure following him, there's this pressure to get results. Because at the end of the day, if you understand that it's a Germany and it's a still Germany, who is probably one of the most consistent sides in world football internationally, right throughout football history. So he does have a reputation to kind of keep, you know.
All right, we now move on to some fixtures that took place earlier on today. We saw Netherlands and Frank de Boer finally getting a win. And I'm sure Dimo is one happy fellow.
No.
Genie Wijnaldum on the score sheet twice. And he also did the Virgil van Dijk celebration.
Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, Wijnaldum has a different role for Netherlands than he does for Liverpool. And so he always scores a lot of goals for Netherlands. I think, I don't know, I think he probably reached near double figures, if not double figures for Netherlands. He's just been banging in goals for them, man. I mean, Netherlands are still a strong team. Without Ake and Van Dijk and all of that, they just have talent oozing through, and a pretty comfortable victory in you look at it.
Actually, he has more than 10 goals. He has 15 goals now in 62 appearances for them.
No, I mean recently, since the turn of like the year or something like that, he has a lot of goals for them. But for us, him now go really do that because he plays a different style.
All right, then we also saw Italy taking on Poland. The Italians came in 2-0 victors with goals from Giorgino and Domenico Berardi. Bones. Did you saw that match?
Well, no, so the Giorgino that will link with Arsenal for January.
Another penalty. The man scored.
Yeah. Penalty again.
Yes, sir.
Unexpected victory. Not. You would expect Italy to win that the game there. You know the game I made you interested in already today. So I don't know why you asked me about this again.
You still don't get a chance to make you talk about it, man. All right, we then saw Belgium taking on England.
Right.
With Southgate putting out a lineup that you have to be like. But either way.
So we play 2 right back?
Yeah, but you know that from what? From 2017 he's been playing Walker's right centre back.
Yeah.
So we saw Belgium running out 2-0 victors, in which we kind of expected that. We expected Belgium to win because England away form against big sides have been
poor.
Very poor. So we saw Yuri Tillemans scoring from a Lukaku assist and Dries Mertens getting the other goal. Also in that match, we saw Ben Chilwell going down injured.
Exactly.
And that opened up gates for Bones' player in Bukayo Saka to get some minutes.
Bad.
I'm sure that the whole talk about that match is Jack Grealish.
Want to see my name?
Jack McAdam.
Jack Grealish. My ball of that man.
Bones, run it quick and fast.
No. They said that England had a poor game, and the only positive out of the England game today was Jack Grealish, right? And it's just a pity that Mr. Southgate haven't yet come to his senses to realize that now is the time to start revolving the England team around Jack. He's a quality player. We've been saying this week in, week out. He's a player that can win you games week in, week out. He has proven to do that. And for me, I'm going to point out something we probably, I don't know if we ever look into it yet or it's never, or whatever. For me, when you look on the England lineup, a big question mark for me was Eric Dyer sweeping the team. Eric Dyer sweeping the England team
Bro,
is a big question mark for me.
that was what I said to an English fan. I'm saying Michael Keane was being one of your best defenders this season. Isn't getting the game time over Eric Dyer. Yeah, we agreed to Eric Dyer start of the season hot. However, in cold now, brother. To a cold man be right now, he has been on the Tottenham bench for majority of matches now.
And
So
that is
why isn't Michael Keane getting game time over Eric Dyer?
exactly, and that is the player. A man with a see Tottenham bench. That is the player that you take to sweep your team. You're playing three at the back, so you're playing with a sweeper, Your sweeper happy. Your sweeper happy have a that would give 95%. Happy have a 95% excellent game. You understand? Him have to see everything. Eric Dyer is not that type of player, brother. Eric Dyer and more even Mourinho in one of the Tottenham documentary said it that Eric Dyer is not that type of player. Eric Dyer have to have somebody beside him to babysit him. Zane, no him a babysit two players beside him. You understand what I say? So that was a question mark. Me glad my boy get a game today. Sorry, he have to lose and every day used to that. I'm sorry to experience it with the England.
I beg to differ. He's very used to that.
Sorry,
Man, well used to the losing.
sorry, you have to experience that. But Belgium, as expected, was really good. The type of football they play really exciting and really nice to watch. Even without Hazard, they're still looking really, really dangerous. Really dangerous.
They
So
had Reina, so.
yeah, is
Alright.
a team to look forward to fit Euros next year, honestly.
All right, Dimo, one question.
Mhm.
They have a problem at centre back, right? As you know that once Joe Gomez is fit, England.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
that once Joe Gomez is fit, Joe Gomez is in that 11.
Mhm.
Also Maguire, but Maguire was suspended for the match today.
Yeah.
However, you're looking at centre backs right now, right?
Mhm.
There's this player at Aston Villa. His name is Ezric Kansa.
Good.
That man is a goal scoring defender.
He played with Ming.
Very good. Yeah, man, he played with Mings, and I'm saying, since as you're looking at players right now, why isn't that man even getting a look in?
The thing is, so Gate have, I guess, no, him have a certain type of players with him already have in him head. We want call up and unless you're going to go and play for another country, him not gonna just call you up. So him a wait till somebody else a look for comfy and then him call you up and be like, all right, you know what?
Well, I said, just like when do with Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, make we just secure him and Bellingham too, because him just want to secure them early. So I mean, I don't think England should be using Eric Dyer at centre back. They have too much other players.
My point.
It's not centre back, brother. It's sweep the man, sweep the team.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, me know what you mean. But when you say
alright.
centre back, you make it look like say somebody decide on him a babysitting. Nobody not side on him a babysitting. You understand what I say?
Yeah, so like Pistoliero say, them have a core set of players with them use, and if you stand out are them some other country go secure your services, then so get now go really call you.
No, but all right, he's saying that he's experimenting right now. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Question. And I see it all over the British media. They have been giving him the stick, saying that the team lacks creativity.
Which it does.
Based on the players that he has in his core set, they lack creativity, right? Now you have a man like James Maddison out there. My opinion, way superior to Mason Mount. You have Jack Grealish in the team now.
Yeah,
and if Marcus Rashford hadn't gone down injured, Jack Grealish would have been called up the time that he got called up.
It seemed like him have some vendetta against Jack Grealish for some reason, you know.
And today he came out and he said that he played well and this and that, you know, like
there's an interview out there where the reporter asked the man about Jack Grealish performance, and the man avoid the question. Like him
Yeah, man, I
move
remember
on
it,
and
man.
twice them do it. I mean, like, where man Jack Grealish have?
It really begged the question asks, is it, I don't remember if on this platform somebody said the other day that it looked like England picked their team out of the top 6 clubs in England. So if you're
Generally,
not,
that's what they normally do.
Yeah.
so if you're not in the top 6 clubs in England, you don't really get a look in for even being at the squad. You understand? A recent times now that a change. You understand what I say? So get probably go in bed at night time and his wife slap him across his face and ask him what Jack Grealish are doing at the team. And he said, "Oh no, baby."
Yeah, that's it.
And there's no other reason why.
Comedian, you know.
There is no other reason why you can see Jack Grealish at the level we're at now. And we'll tell you, let me make this clear. Jack Grealish is if not the best player in the Premier League right now, he is very close to being the best player in the Premier League right now. Very close. Right?
Just before you move to Levan, there's another issue about this England thing. As you mentioned, Chilwell went down, Zine, and I don't know what it's going to take for England to jump on the wagon and start to use this 5 substitution thing. If they don't see that this is affecting all the English players, when Euros come round, they're not gonna have nobody for use, All the other teams who are going to play in the Euros are use 5 substitution, the Spains and all of the other big leagues. And no, them still stick with this 3 substitution thing with all the football that we have to play in this pandemic. And people are dropped like flies for England, and them not realize that they must fall behind everybody else. But I understand why they want to be different from everybody.
That's a question that only one person could possibly answer. The clown called Southgate.
Southgate.
But it's not even a clown because, all right, even in the English league, right? The English Premier League, there are a lot of coaches, especially top coaches, saying that they love the 5 substitution thing, right? Because the influx of games, I know that the back-to-back and the scheduling of the games, it helps them a lot to rest most of the players. Now, if I have the opportunity to rest my players, why would I need to overwork them? And even in a match like today, right, they were losing. Why just make use of the 5 substitution, bro? You make the friendly you played the other day. Remember that this is a friendly. That friendly is what people normally use and change as much players as they possibly could. Still don't make use of it. So what sense does that make?
Yeah, but the question when me I go ask, the question when we want kind of for the next 30 seconds kind of point out yeah, so we're fun to say, is it that Jack Grealish have to leave Aston Villa to totally be accepted into the England team? Sorry.
I don't believe so. I don't think Jack Grealish have to leave to be fully accepted. It's just that, like, you as a coach are gonna have a certain style where you want to play, and probably Jack Grealish, for some reason, suit the style where you want to play. You see him use Henderson and him love use Harry Winks for some reason in the midfield right there. So, and when Oxlade Chamberlain and Lallana them creative type of footballer, them not really use it like that. Because Lallana could have hardly play with him did on farm too. And them kind of players. I don't know why him of Mason Mount. The man just love me. Him and Lampard just love Mason Mount for some reason.
And then make Chelsea man then yeah, man.
No. But if you can pick Mason Mount ahead of Jack Grealish, boss, it must say he might do something where Grealish now going to work rate or I don't know.
I think personally for Grealish though, I think it would be beneficial for him to eventually make the move to a top 6 because historically, especially I don't know, may I try to think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I probably think like the only player who really get to some level close to superstardom or being great as an English player who play outside of the traditional top 6 would be Alan Shearer. I can't think of nobody else.
But at the time, but at the time when Alan Shearer get into the team, Newcastle United was a big team. Them are the top 6 quality. And at that time.
Yeah, top six quality, but them never regularly break. I remember there was a season under Alan Pardew. I think Newcastle finished seventh. There was a season they finished in the Europa League places when I had Demba Ba and
Yeah,
Papi
yeah, yeah.
Cisse
When them
and,
beat
and,
Chelsea
and all of that. But I mean, his history is with his better history is with Newcastle. I still have to remember that, of course, he is a Premier League winner with that one-time Blackburn team, with him and Chris Sutton. But I mean, if you look at it deeply, when you look at all of the great players that England has produced or that actually come with a big reputation, especially from recent history, they tend to come from the bigger clubs in England.
True.
So
Probably is a position thing. I mean, I think like Connor Cody. I think if Connor Cody, him not play for a big team, but I think Connor Cody will be a mainstay in the setup soon, playing the way he is at centre back.
Don't ever realize a player done in the championship linked with like a top 6 team, English band player, English qualified player, and he never yet can get into the English squad until he make the move to one of their team there.
Yeah, I guess.
Always happen. Too much championship player in the England squad now, or ever in the past get a look into the English
No,
squad.
but Bones, to be fair though, and as you know, I'm not an English fan. I really care about English football.
No,
Because
we
there's
get
business about it because they don't know say, yo, what club that will support them there in England. See?
Yeah.
However, remember that most top teams in world football, they tend to choose players that are in
The top league.
the first top division of their respective
True.
league. And if you look at all right, Germany normally just stick to Bayern players. Can tell you that for surety. Normally just be Bayern Dortmund. It's
and
since of
Spain,
recent history, they start venture outside of that. Spain at one point was just strictly Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah.
So in a
And
sense, we can't really look at it and say that England must look at this player down there or that player down there. When generally that's what most top teams normally do.
no,
But I see
think
what you're getting at though, that the man is kind of just looking at the top teams and not looking at the quality outside of it. And then again, a lot of the top teams aren't playing well this season. A lot of the players in the top teams aren't playing well because look at a man like Sterling. Sterling hasn't done nothing this season.
I think Bones are argue from one France perspective. Because how much of the big names in a France playing in actual France? Mbappe alone.
True.
Yeah. So that him argue from.
But to me lose my point. Continue.
Alright. We don't want Jason to feel left out, but we saw your side claiming a 1-0 victory the other night. We had said it on the previous live, but we didn't really get much into it. Now is your time to take that shine.
Ana me alone I left out. I left out Dimo kay call him baller from day one. Bobby.
Senior.
Flappy Mino. Come through, Flappy Mino.
How much goal Cropper get score for him country?
Flappy Mino, he can't get a game.
Exactly so. That's what I thought.
I think it that match was a weird
Jason,
one.
you're breaking up.
It wasn't an electrifying match. Yeah, it wasn't an electrifying match from Brazil. No means necessary. Last people would forget that en route to winning the Copa America last year, Venezuela was probably the biggest problem team we encountered. I think we had 3 goals ruled off last year against them, and only went through slightly. And it seemed like the same thing would have happened because we could have had a first goal long time in the first half and it was chalked off again. So I said, no man, history repeat itself until second half. But I think there was a lot of chopping and changing. He actually played Firmino on the left, Coach Tite, and Jesus on the right. and he played Richarlison through the middle. So is one of them coach there who who's not afraid to try different things. But I think Brazil looked really ordinary yesterday without Neymar and Coutinho. So that's something to be concerned about. But at the end of the day, they got the job done, and it's a big match coming up Tuesday because Brazil welcomes El Matador, United's new signing, Suarez and co. It's Brazil versus Uruguay on Tuesday. So let's see how they do against their first top class opposition after winning 3 in 3 so far this time out.
Also, I want to point out that another one of Demo player actually scored today as well. Sadio Mane, he lifted Senegal to a 1-0 victory over a side that they were expected to win, but it took them ages to actually beat this side.
I think Naby
Brother.
Keita scored today too.
Brother, I'm gonna tell you this, brother. I actually bet on the match and put Senegal on my ticket, brother. I pair this with that one. Guys, so when I check through the match and the match reach, I think it was in the 64th minute. I'm gonna say the little side go down to 10 man. So I'm gonna say, all right, now Senegal go overrun them now.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm say, man, they get chance after chance and all in do bush them till finally the man step up and get the goal.
Yeah. And Naby too. Naby scored.
Naby scored today as well. So it seems like it was a good day at the office for your Liverpool players.
Yeah. Always for the forward players, boy. Not so for the defenders.
All right.
No, here's Andrew Robertson of hamstring.
All right, hold on. Yeah, before I move, what happened to Henderson in the match today?
Oh, they said it was for tactical reasons. You're
I saw different reports though.
Eh?
I saw different reports that it was actually hamstring problem.
No. That can't. When you see that report,
probably about an hour ago or two.
no, boss. Me go come off of the live then because that can't happen, boss.
Like
Scotland can out.
I find it literally unbelievable that currently all 4 members of Liverpool back 4 are currently injured. I find it unbelievable.
My youth.
You
Robertson is going to be fine. Don't pressure Robertson. That's just precautionary why he didn't play it today. That's why I didn't get 3 love because Robertson bring the team, not Turney.
But Robertson bring the team. But you're not easy. Right.
But he'll be fine. I'm telling the boss, the man them who be a Liverpool, brother. This is unheard of, you know. This is unheard of, boss.
Let me correct you. Liverpool, nobody no obey Liverpool. Liverpool just never have nobody if you pay their obey man this year.
Yeah, brother. See somebody in the
all right. Yo, let's stop this crap about Obey this time.
Somebody's Endo injured for real, boss.
Yeah, man, I might tell us I'm still reported.
That cannot be true.
Yeah, somebody
all right, what I want to point out though, Demo, is that from I've been watching Klopp as a coach, right? It didn't happen it didn't happen much over the past couple of years, but is it from Dartman Mainz days come to Dartman, like after a couple of seasons, the players always start going down through injury. Fatigue all over, because I remember a season that can't really say Rice because Rice always the hospital, but Aubameyang and those players, Guts and all those players, they went down injured for a while, and it was because of this, because they're saying that the strict regime that he gives in terms of his training and all that, it kind of take out of the players, because you know that club teams are running teams.
Yeah.
So that people actually run a lot. So it's they kind of take a lot out of them. So it could be a case of fatigue, yeah. And then again, reason I say that, remember that if you have a team that runs that much and then you have that pile up of fixtures, a congested amount of fixtures, remember that it's going to take extra amount of the players. So I think
I don't know if I'm buying into that. Van Dijk injury was Pickford.
Come on, man. Yeah, we're not talking about the obvious then.
Yeah, but may I try go through the injuries? Van Dijk injury was Pickford. Then in a Gomez in a England training, we not even know what happened with Gomez right this so.
Then
Thiago, Richarlison step in him foot and him get COVID.
No,
So
but
All right, Arnold.
Gomez own kind of particular still because I thought it was like a tackle, but Southgate said that nobody was around him when he went down.
we don't know what really.
Injured.
Yeah,
So
so I know like Trent that look like it's a hamstring issue, and them say Robertson hamstring. So maybe those two, but when you go through the thing, I don't really wanna see. So none of the forward players them not get that.
brother,
What about Fabi?
Fabinho, what happened to Fabinho? I don't know what happened to Fabinho. I don't remember what this year.
opportunity. Give your young players them an opportunity to step up to the team.
Sure, I have no problem with that in the past.
Yeah, he'll give your young players them an people
Oh.
have blown this Liverpool injury thing out of proportion. You don't need to blow out of proportion.
No, they're not. It is justified, brother.
Justified how? It a blow out of proportion.
We have had 14 players out
No,
from injury.
No,
14.
listen, brother, listen. I am agreeing with you, Demo. I am not against you.
What?
I am agreeing with you. Demo, Pearson's outside of Liverpool are blowing on the injuries out of proportion. Zane?
With a brother that named Van.
Yeah, but so right now Liverpool have a backline. Right now it's a close line. Them have.
That's why I'm telling me I got suit out, brother.
Yeah, I agree with you. I not think the Liverpool injury crisis need to blow out of proportion yet. Let we see how Klopp fix it and see how the players them react to it. That's how we have to see.
No, you see, I think the fallout. I think this can end one of two ways for Jurgen Klopp. You know, it's either he's going to go down as a managerial genius to actually go on and defend the Premier League with all these injuries, or it's going to use as some sort of, I wouldn't say excuse, but just to say, you know, that because of these injuries, another team came and won the Premier League. So it's one or two things that are going to end up happening.
Hands up market to the day. Yeah. Anyhow, Klopp managed to pull off the Premier League with their injury. Me I personally buy a Firmino jersey at the end of the year. Personally, hands up.
So me as a Liverpool fan, I am not going to make any excuses if we lose or whatever.
Yeah.
Injuries are a part of the game. For me, it's excessive that we've had 14 people in terms of injury wise, but I not make no excuse, boss. It is.
Man, it's another Liga. No exception, no running. That's about.
January, I go through to January, man. January 1st. No exception.
January, everything good, man, because Vestergaard are forward.
Now, man, a Vestergaard, man. I tell you what come. Is a brother named Ruben Semedo. Remember me tell you no. Just watch.
We're not buying nobody name.
Wait,
Right, I just watch this. I think he play for Olympiacos. Just watch it for him.
We're not buying nobody named Ruben.
Before we go in,
He's a central defender from Portugal. Just watch.
yo, before we go in, guess which Arsenal centre back link with a move to Barcelona January?
A German player, Skradan Mustafi.
Bomba, big baller, you know. Bomba.
World Cup winner Mustafi.
Winner.
He might be link to Barca.
No, man. Koeman must have planned to retire from Barcelona because he clearly not want teamwork.
Remember Barcelona signed Vermeulen from them when he did in a hospital. See Barcelona do some weird transfers in a boss.
Yeah, true, man. Maguire to Liverpool.
Liverpool are living with 3 defenders, boss. Upamecano, Ben White, and somebody else.
And Liverpool,
Semedo.
a Liverpool man say, oh no, that is still have a foul.
You know what I said that too. All right, I've been reading a lot of stories saying that Klopp is looking at the fact that Van Dijk will be back before the season finish. Joe Gomez will be back before the season finish. So they're looking from the standpoint that, all right, if we're going to spend a lot of money on a central defender, where is he going to play? Because Mbappe has a preferred centre-back pairing of Joe Gomez and Van Dijk. So that's the news that keeps it going around, that there's a likely possibility that he's just going to spend on an auxiliary player like a stopgap for now.
No.
And
I don't know. I don't know where you get that news from, but that's not going to happen.
Trust me, that's what I
First of
saw.
all, Van Dyke injury him out for the season. He's not coming back for the
True.
rest of the season. Zine, and if when he does come back, he's not going to be rushed back because he's not going to be the same Van Dyke when he comes back. Nobody can promise that. Gomez is close to the end of the season as well. So Liverpool are actually looking to spend big on a proper centre back because they're not sure how these two people are going to come back, especially after the type of injuries where them suffer. So them
Alright,
actually
we shall see. But why you worrying that much, brother? You already have Rice Williams, Van Dijk 2.0.
Oh,
So
trust me, I'm not Phillips. No worry.
why don't worry, man? Come on, man. You have Rice Williams, the big central defender.
Me
Van
not
Dijk,
worry. You know what I'm not worrying, you know. But Klopp is not going to play them like that. Me I worry about Klopp playing Milner and Henderson and Wijnaldum at centre back and not playing the kids. That because he will do that.
Also, all right. Quick point too. You notice that Tsimikas is actually back as well.
Yeah, man. Tsimikas play left back if anything.
Yeah, he has been playing for Greece over the international break.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so guys, we have come to the end of the live. Talked a lot of international football, but a little bit before we go, and people need to start all the online thing, brother. And me tell me so the man want a jersey and the man have to pay cash.
Listen to me. Every single time we come on this live, me I go bring it up. Somebody needs to get to the JFF urgently. Tell them to fix their website.
You know, see Craig.
Yeah, and I spoke to the great Craig Butler. I hope one day we can get him on this show, you know, and get him to talk about this stuff because he said I can get a Leon Bailey jersey soon, you know.
Yeah.
From the Phoenix store.
Not the JFF.
So I hope the JFF fix them. It's a
listen.
party shop business that.
JFF should have hotspots in Canada, in Toronto, and in New York for them jersey sales. Honestly, they should have hotspots.
Listen to me.
Especially with the World Cup campaign coming up.
Exactly.
The Norman Manley Airport has more jerseys than the JFF website. This is not even a joke, brother. It's embarrassing.
All right, all right, we'll come to the live, to the end of the live. I'm going to answer to El Pistolero Frano. Be prepared to join the live. We'll be back by, let me see, when you guys are available.
Jamaica play Tuesday, so probably after
I will back Wednesday, so just send me your emails and I'll send you the link and then you just link in. So be prepared for Wednesday. If not Wednesday, then Friday. I'm sure about Friday that will be here.
Yeah.
Wednesday, we're going to be here Wednesday. So whichever day that you guys choose, just send the email and I'll give you the link. With all that being said, it was a wonderful show. Talk about some international football. We break down Jamaica and we saw some ranting from the Theodore Tapa Whitmore hater.
Yeah.
We also saw Jason stepping up to the plate even though he came on a little bit late. Probably eat too much Sunday dinner. Demo once again, always here. Nothing new.
Yeah, man.
The main person behind this movement.
Seems in the email.
Guys, just keep on supporting the movement, the weekly dose of sports movement. Just like and follow the Facebook page, and just tell a friend to tell a friend, and just keep on share it, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is actually We Do Sports. So subscribe to the channel, continue helping to grow the channel, and you know that all our here is just one family, so just keep on do the thing. True. Respect again to Bones, Demo, and Jason.
Peace. Rest on yourself.
Big up.
All the best.
Remember, Tapa Whitmore take it to World Cup.
All the best to Tapa. All the best to Tapa.